This week, we speak to fitness expert David Shaw about his groundbreaking new workout regimen, Punt Anywhere, where you just punt anywhere you are. A hotel room, your bedroom, the opponent's 20-yard line, just punt.
And European scientists announced that they've used a very powerful microscope to find one of the world's smallest organisms, Oregon State's second half offensive yardage. We missed you, little guy.
It's time to wake up, college football! Welcome back to Wake Up College Football. Week 2 is officially in the books. My name is Dan, the gentleman with the nice, that's a green, what is that, gingham print?
I would call it Michigan State green.
How dare you,
Yep,
sir? How
did it
dare
already.
you? Let's talk about week 2, and I'm going to start with the awesome thing, and it's going to pain me a little bit as an Oregon Duck.
I'm just going to watch you do this.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Michigan State survived, and Michigan State did a lot of very, very good things against a potent Oregon offense. They stopped the run mostly.
Yep.
They were fantastic in big situations on 3rd and 4th downs. I think the Oregon was 6 of 19 on those downs, so they came at Oregon very well, and even when Oregon did overthrow a receiver in the end zone to potentially win the game, Michigan State comes right back with a great blitz to seal the game and really regroup very nicely. And for a Michigan State team that faded late in games last season, this was a welcome change in 2015.
Yeah, Vernon Adams did not get a lot of opportunities to get super comfortable.
No, absolutely not.
And
he's somebody who
pocket.
likes rolling out
Right.
and creating and improvising, and they really got after him really
They
well.
handled that pretty nicely.
Yes. What is your awesome thing?
Boy, the MAC had a really nice little weekend.
Just right
didn't
into
it?
the MAC.
I mean, it would be sort of negative to just say that, I don't know, Maryland and Arkansas completely gagged against
Right.
opponents they should have beaten, but I won't say that.
Or as a broader SEC statement,
Sure.
the MAC did a good job. Yeah.
Bowling Green just looked fantastic in the second half
God,
against
yes.
Maryland. Matt Johnson almost breaks the school record for passing yards in a game, ties
Yes.
the record for passing touchdowns in a game. And Toledo against Arkansas, they gave up 5 points in the second half. 2 of those were strategic points. They said,
Right.
hey, Arkansas, take these. We don't need them, and they're not going to help you anyway.
Then they
so
didn't.
It's just, we talk about the smaller conferences. We talk about MACtion because
Right.
we like the games they play against each other.
Right.
But it's always fun to see when, the little guys can come up and say, oh, I'm going to punch you right in the mouth. Thanks for the
Right.
win and for the check.
And
Adios.
Arkansas ahead of the season, too, was like, that's a rough SEC gauntlet. You're like, well,
Yeah,
Toledo.
well, we're not there yet. You tripped and fell before we even got to the starting line.
All right, let's get to the unexpected. To me, even though I wanted to see Houston succeed with Tom Herman coming in with his offensive track record, certainly it looked like it would take a little bit of time, but the fact that they've come out right away and obviously Saturday taking down Louisville, and everybody thinks about offense with Tom Herman, but defensively they were so stout, forcing turnovers, really strong on 3rd down, 4th down, and also just stopping Louisville, not a huge running team, but completely shut them down on the ground and confused the quarterbacks consistently. When you look at the Cougars' schedule the rest of the season, they become that non-Power 5 team along with a couple of other schools, namely Boise State. I know you like your Temple Owls. Those damn Temple Owls. That really could threaten a not necessarily New Year's type bowl game, but is going to be in it late in perhaps a top 25 conversation.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Also, what was impressive about what Tom Herman's team did, they answered every counterpunch. There were plenty of times in this game where it was like, okay, this is where Louisville is going to distance themselves. Yes. They stayed with them pace.
And Greg Ward, the quarterback, did a fantastic job as well.
Louisville's opponent last week, who
previously on Louisville football,
the saddest television program.
Oh yeah.
The Auburn Tigers did not have a great week 2. They did win. And winning is a good thing, but they still have a bunch of problems on that defense, giving up way too many big plays. 18 plays Jacksonville State ran against them that gained at least 10 yards. On offense, Jeremy Johnson, I don't really know what's going on there because he makes some really good throws. And he also makes some terrible throws.
Real prone to those picks,
throws where it's just like, there were 3 guys there. They were there the whole time. You were looking there the whole time, not really sure what's going on. That is a problem that needs to get fixed very quickly because
you're throwing picks against FCS defenses.
Yeah. It's not ideal for them.
Not the best. And you would think that Gus Malzahn would pull Will Muschamp aside and be like, okay, here's how the zone read works. Just like a few tips.
Here's how we do it.
But they were real bad against it.
Was missing for
and he was
this
beat
game,
up, yes.
admittedly, but I mean, good on you for winning,
yes.
Auburn, because plenty of teams didn't this week.
And meaningful-wise, with the theme of good on you for winning, Notre Dame, despite just getting thrown every single obstacle in the book, managed to come out of the Virginia game. Very nice start at the end by Deshaun Kaiser, subbing in for an unfortunate injured Malik Zaire, out for the year with a fractured ankle. Notre Dame did a good job on the ground, which they're going to have to do for the rest of the season. Did a decent enough job stopping Virginia on the ground. Virginia was able to throw on them some. I'm impressed that Notre Dame was able to win this game going 0 for 10 on third downs. That seems like a mathematical impossibility. And in the next 3 weeks, they have Clemson and Georgia Tech. So they're going to need to shore up whatever their plan is on offense really quickly.
They have to put some pieces that they didn't think they were going to have to use.
Right, and CJ Prosise was very good coming in for now
very nice.
Season-injured Torian Folston. What were you sort of looking at as the most meaningful event?
Man, the end to this Tennessee-Oklahoma game.
Yeah. Ooh.
Very heartbreaking if you're a Tennessee fan.
Yep.
And I think people look at this and say, okay, let's give all the credit to Baker Mayfield because he showed such composure in the fourth quarter, moved them down the field when they needed to, didn't make mistakes, eluded a lot of sacks. I would actually like to talk about the Oklahoma defense.
Please do.
In the second half, what they did to Tennessee, forcing third and long after third and long after third and long, they kept them in the game. Because normally, if your offense only can get you 3 points through 3 quarters, you're done.
Yes,
you're done against a good team. But Tennessee just wasn't able to get that final knife stuck in Oklahoma's back. And credit the Sooners defense because this was a defense that didn't come up for them in a lot of big close games last year.
This is true.
And maybe has turned a corner. It feels very weird saying nice things about Mike Stoops, so I'm going to stop now.
Yes, no, they were very good against both the pass and the run, and last year it only seemed like they were good against the run, so a hell of a way to close out the game. And finally, your top 5 things that just exist in the college football universe after week 2.
Okay, so we have a little bit of movement. Some of the things from week 1 are still here.
Shifting around.
We're going to start with Kentucky getting rid of that losing streak against SEC teams.
Absolutely.
Beating South Carolina. Good job, Wildcats. That's the way to start your conference schedule. After that, we've got Notre Dame with this double fake field goal. Oh, you think we're kicking it?
Nope.
Oh, you think we're throwing it to this guy? No, we're throwing it to this guy.
Love it.
It's amazing, and I love it. Number 3, Robert Kimdiche, Heisman candidate last week. Didn't even care about that. Different touchdown this week, running the ball.
God.
Yeah, he's
a runaway train right now.
They're going to use him a lot. Number 2, moving up a little bit this week, that would be the Georgia Tech offense of terror and doom and destruction. Ran all over Tulane. Yeah, not looking forward to that if you're a Notre Dame fan.
No.
And still number 1, at least for now.
Okay.
That BYU Hail Mary to beat Nebraska in week 1.
I like that you could have used either the Hail Mary or a BYU player punching a Boise State player in the nuts.
Yeah, that's probably...
I think we should leave that out of our top 5.
That's number 6.
That's number 6.
That number 6.
All right, that is the show. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon.